Let's go Chiefs fans! Breaking news! The week started with high expectations for Chiefs fans. One of the most electrifying players in Kansas City Chiefs history could be on the verge of an unimaginable return. Yes, that's right. Tyreek Hill, the same player who once torched defenses with Patrick Mahomes, the same player who secured a big payday in Miami, and the same player who sometimes had choice words about his old team. Could he really be back? The rumors have been circulating for weeks. We'll break it down, but first, leave a like if you'd like to see Tyreek Hill alongside the Chiefs. If possible, comment something like "Come on Hill." Take the Chiefs to the Super Bowl. Well, let's get straight to the point. As much as Tyreek Hill was the player who lit up defenses with Patrick Mahomes, things took a dramatic turn when Hill started leaving cryptic messages on social media. And this isn't the first time he's hinted at a move on from Miami. Since leaving Kansas City, Hill has been nothing short of spectacular on the stat sheet. But in terms of team success, let's just say the results haven't exactly lived up to the hype. No playoff wins. No deep runs. Meanwhile, the Chiefs, 3 straight Super Bowl appearances. 2 rings. A dynasty in full swing. And that's where the intrigue begins. Hill's latest tweets, full of vague references and his signature peace sign emoji, have left fans and analysts wondering, is he signaling a desire to reunite with Mahomes and Andy Reid? Let's break this down. Tyreek Hill, despite putting up elite numbers with the Dolphins, has never won a postseason game in Miami. Meanwhile, the Chiefs, without him, have dominated. There's no denying the production Hill brings, but in Miami, it hasn't translated into the kind of success he enjoyed in Kansas City. And that has to be eating at him. On January 5th, he tweeted, "Open the door. I'm out." That message sent shockwaves through social media. Just days later, he backtracked, claiming he was happy in Miami. But now, just a few months later, here we are again, with Hill once again openly discussing trade possibilities. NFL legends are weighing in, and they're not dismissing the idea of a reunion. Shannon Sharpe, a Hall of Famer who knows a thing or two about championship-caliber teams, outright said that Kansas City would be an ideal fit if Hill were to be moved. Chad Johnson, another former superstar receiver, took it even further, saying that if the Chiefs got their hands on Hill again, all hell will break loose. And let's be real, Kansas City could use him. Yes, they've added Hollywood Brown, but he's had his fair share of injury concerns. Juju Smith-Schuster? Also battling injuries. Xavier Worthy and Rashee Rice? There's uncertainty there too, given the possibility of suspensions and Rice's recovery from an injury. The point is, the Chiefs don't have a clear-cut, proven, number 1 receiver for Mahomes to rely on heading into 2025. But Tyreek Hill? He would change that instantly. Now, here's the big question. What would it take to bring Hill back to Kansas City? But predictable. When the Chiefs traded him away, they got a haul, including multiple high draft picks. But now, his value has dipped. He's older. He's still elite, but the market isn't what it once was. Realistically, the Chiefs could probably get him for a 3rd-round pick. Maybe even less. Would you do it? Would you welcome Tyreek Hill back to Kansas City with open arms? Some fans still feel burned by how things ended, by the comments he made after leaving. But if there's one thing we've seen over the years, it's that Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes are masters at keeping the door open for former players. They've done it with others. Would they do it for Hill? This isn't just another trade rumor. This is about a potential game-changing move that could shift the balance of power in the NFL. The Chiefs have already built a dynasty, but imagine what this offense would look like with Hill back in the mix. So now, we turn it over to you. What do you think? Should the Chiefs make a move to bring Tyreek Hill back home? Or has that ship sailed? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and let's talk about it. Let's take a step back and really think about what this would mean for the Kansas City Chiefs. If Tyreek Hill were to return, this wouldn't just be a reunion, it would be a strategic power move. A move that could send shockwaves through the entire NFL. We've seen what happens when Patrick Mahomes has a reliable, explosive deep threat. With Hill in the lineup from 2018 to 2021, Mahomes won 2 MVPs, threw for over 5,000 yards twice, and made the Chiefs' offense the most feared unit in the league. Defenses had to pick their poison, double Hill and get burned by Travis Kelce, or play it safe and let Mahomes carve them up underneath. The moment Hill left, the offense shifted. The Chiefs still found ways to win, thanks to Mahomes' brilliance, but they had to work harder for it. Now, picture this, Mahomes is entering his prime years, and defenses are still struggling to stop him. But imagine if, after 2 years of adjusting to life without Hill, they suddenly got him back. With the experience, the chemistry, and the knowledge of how to win without him, the Chiefs could be even deadlier than they were before. Think about it. And here's the thing, if there's one team that could pull this off, it's Kansas City. Andy Reid has a reputation for keeping doors open. He's taken back players before, even after controversial departures. Just look at Kareem Hunt. His exit from Kansas City was far more complicated than Hill's, and yet there have been discussions about him possibly returning in the past. Juju Smith-Schuster left and came back. The Chiefs aren't afraid to bring players back if they believe they can help the team win. Now, let's talk about the contract situation. This is where things get tricky. Hill signed a massive 4-year, $120 million deal with the Dolphins, making him one of the highest-paid receivers in the league. The Chiefs, known for being smart with cap space, would have to figure out how to make it work financially. But here's the key, Hill's contract isn't fully guaranteed beyond 2025, meaning the Dolphins could move on from him without a huge financial penalty if they felt the need to shake things up. So, would Hill be willing to restructure? That's the million-dollar question. If he's truly unhappy in Miami and desperate to win another ring, we could see a scenario where he takes a pay cut or restructures his deal to make a return possible. And don't forget, he's still got a great relationship with Mahomes and Kelce. They've always spoken highly of each other, even after the trade. The respect is still there. But would the Chiefs front office be willing to do it? They let Hill walk in the first place because they didn't want to pay him top dollar. Has their stance changed? Well, looking at how their wide receiver situation is shaping up, they might not have much of a choice. Hollywood Brown is a solid addition, but he's not Tyreek Hill. Rashee Rice was on his way to becoming the team's #1 receiver, but now he's facing legal trouble that could lead to a suspension. Xavier Worthy, the Chiefs' first-round pick, has potential, but he's unproven. Juju Smith-Schuster, if he returns, hasn't been the same since his knee injury. In short, the Chiefs need a game-changer. And Hill? He's still that guy. One of the biggest concerns from fans is whether or not bringing him back would mess with team chemistry. After all, Hill hasn't been shy about expressing his feelings on social media. But let's be honest, winning cures everything. If Hill came back and helped the Chiefs win another Super Bowl, would anyone really care about past drama? And let's not forget the narrative. If Hill returns and helps Mahomes win his 4th ring, it solidifies their legacy as one of the greatest QBWR duos in NFL history. It's the kind of story that would dominate headlines, generate massive hype, and put fear into every defense in the league. So, Chiefs Kingdom, now it's time for you to sound off. Do you want Tyreek Hill back? Do you think he would fit into this offense again, or has that bridge been burned? Would you be willing to give up a 3rd-round pick, or maybe even less, to make it happen? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and let's get the debate going. Because if this happens, we might be looking at another Super Bowl parade in Kansas City. And who wouldn't want that?